Okay guys, so I'm just going to get straight to the point. I'm going to show you how to enable frame generation along with Reflex for Silent Hill 2, the remake on PC that's just launched yesterday into early access. I'm going to get straight to the point, no faffing around. You need to head into AppData local, Silent Hill 2 saved config, Windows, and specifically into engine.ini, right? You scroll down to the very bottom, and then you want to add these two settings right there at the end. Ignore whatever else is below there, it doesn't matter. But you want to make sure these two things are in there. So these will be in the description. You can just copy and paste those in. Then you hit save and close it. What this will do is when you enable FSR, it's going to enable FSR3 frame generation along with FSR3, right? So this only works with FSR3. So if you have an Nvidia card, this will work for you as well. Next thing you want to do is download RiverTuner Statistics Server. If you don't have it, just head over and download this. This is a fantastic tool that's used for frame limiting and so forth. It can also be used to inject Nvidia Reflex into the game, which is what we'll need for FSR3 to feel smooth and stable, so they say. So you want to essentially add Silent Hill 2, right, from the installation folder here. So Silent Hill 2, SH Proto, binaries, Win64, and then select this exe. All right, so it's in there like that. Next thing you want to do is go into the setup or settings of the program, scroll down, and under compatibility properties, enable frame rate limiter. Make sure Nvidia Reflex is set to on, or at least it's selected and highlighted. Then at the very bottom here, instead of having it auto, you want to set it to after frame presentation, I believe. And that should guarantee you maximum smoothness and maximum response times. Obviously, if it doesn't, you can try and play around with these settings, but RiverTuner is pretty neat and tidy, so this should theoretically work. Now, if you head back into your game, right, as you can see, my FrameGen is already functioning, right? If I unpause the game, I can feel a slight input lag, but my frame rate is at over 120, right? Without FrameGen, this would be around 60 or 80. So if I go to settings here, make sure FSR3 is enabled, whatever preset you want it on. Now keep in mind, this may crash your game when you first select it, so just keep that in mind. It's still experimental. So if I just set this back to DLSS, right? See, my frame rate's gone down to 80, so FrameGen is no longer on. And the game is not as smooth, as you can see here, right? Frame rate's back down to 80. Frame times are a bit better, yada yada, but if I head back up here, enable FSR3, yeah, quality, boom, it goes back up to 126 or whatever it was. Right, frame time's a bit spiky, whatever, but there is, you know, you've got that 120 smoothness and stuff. Kind of how you'd expect the game to be running and performing, right? Now, obviously, this will work best if you're already hitting 60 FPS or way over 60 FPS. That's when it will work at its best. And this game, for me, has a tendency to drop into the 40s. So this may not be a be-all, fix-all solution for everybody, but at the very least, it can be used as some sort of placeholder to kind of mitigate the awful performance in this PC port. But yeah, as I said, I hope this helps you guys. And like I said, when I first toggled this on, my game crashed, right? I went in here, toggled FSR3, it crashed. I restarted back up, and it turned on with FSR3 and FrameGen enabled, and it was fine. So obviously, try this out, see if it works or if it helps you. For me, so far, it seems to be pretty good. I'm going to do a bit more testing later on, but yeah, let me know what you guys think.